Now, reacting to the union budget that was presented in the parliament yesterday, the Congress member of the parliament DK Suresh from Karnataka has stated that injustice was being served to South India as the centre was quote-unquote diverting funds meant for the southern states to North India. He has in fact further said that he demanded there was a separate country that included south of India. He has now issued a clarification, but the controversy has erupted. In fact, there has been a clarification that has been given by Mallikarjun Kharge, the leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha, as well as the AICC president, distancing himself and the Congress from this statement. The damage has been done, and I talk about in the next 25 minutes the repercussions of this statement and the Bharat Todo campaign that has been carried forward by certain politicians and several of them from the Congress. There have been examples after examples where there have been leaders from the Congress who have come out making statements and derogatory ones against North Indians, against people living in North India. The very recent one that I remember is of the current Chief Minister of Congress from Telangana, who spoke about KCR saying that his DNA was from Bihar. He had a Bihari DNA. In fact, Karti Chidambaram, after the election in Telangana was won by the Congress, also spoke in that line saying that there is a clear north-south divide that is very visible on the ground. There have been certain statements that have been made by the DMK as well. There was a DMK member of the parliament. He spoke about the northern states. He spoke about the Hindi heartland, and he called them Gaumutra states, Gaumutra parts of the country. There have been in the past other statements that have been made by Udayanidhi about Sanatan Dharma. There has been support of it that has been shown by Stalin, and not just Stalin but the Congress as well. Long time ago, during the 2019 elections, while Rahul Gandhi was in the Wayanad Yatra campaigning over there for his Lok Sabha seat, he spoke about how the South Indian voters were quote-unquote more intelligent than the North Indian voters. So, amidst all these developments that have taken place over the course of several years, and particularly the recent one that happened yesterday, I start my conversation. Joining me on the telecast right now is Samruddh Hegde. He is the Congress spokesperson. Samruddh, how do you have to react to this latest statement that comes from a Congress member of the parliament, no less than DK Shivakumar's brother? DK Shivakumar is an important, integral part of the Congress. He is also the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka. Should there not be more stringent an action that needs to be taken by the Congress against the member of the parliament?
Namaskara. Now, who is really creating the north-south divide? Is it those who are discriminating in allocation of budget? Is it those who impose language and culture and demean other regional languages and culture? Is it those who outright steal what is rightly belongs to one state and gives it to another? Those who increase their own budget allocations in certain states by stealing from another? Those who dismantle the federal structure of the nation? Those who dismantle and overthrow elected governments and demean the electoral process, or those who question it?
My only question over here, the statement that has been made by the member of the parliament,
let me speak.
DK Suresh, and he has said he demands a separate country. He demands South India as a separate country.
He has never said that.
Does this not then equate to treason towards the country?
Can I speak?
I just want to, you've gone on a different tangent, but I want a response. I want a response from you, particularly with regards to this specific statement that has been made. Then you can go and say that BJP does this and BJP does that. But right now, the talk of the town, the controversy that has been created by DK Suresh, he has said that there needs to be a separate country for South India.
Ma'am, do you understand Kannada?
Sorry?
Do you understand Kannada, ma'am?
I don't.
Then how can
How
you
does
how
this?
can you
How
translate
does
it? He
this?
has not
How
said so.
does
He has
this?
not made such
How
a
does this
statement.
matter?
He has. It matters because he made the statement in Kannada. He has never said such a statement. He said there is a discrimination with budgetary allocations and how the south of India is being treated. He has not once said that the south will have to demand a separate nation. You can go and
So
watch that
why is
statement
it that
again. You
Mallikarjun
can.
Kharge, the Congress president, has distanced himself and
He has
distant
not
Congress?
distanced
He
himself.
has. He
He
has.
has.
He has made
He
a
has. Ma'am,
statement.
let me speak.
He
Ma'am, if
has
you give me
made a
2 minutes.
statement in the
Ma'am,
morning.
ma'am, if you give me
I would
two.
request my
Give me two
PCR
minutes.
and my production team to play that
Ma'am,
statement out
ma'am,
so that
give me 2 minutes.
Samrudh
Give
Hegde
me two
can listen
minutes.
to it once and for all. Samrudh
Ma'am, give
Hegde,
me two
yes,
minutes.
Mallikarjun
The,
Kharge and Congress
he
have
has
distanced
not, he
themselves
has
from this
issued a,
statement.
ma'am, he has issued a clarification only to the allegations made by the BJP and the other members of parliament stating that somebody has asked for such a division. He has categorically stated that there is no one who believes in the division of North and South, and that Congress will always stand for the unity and integrity and sovereignty of India. That is the clarification he has made to the allegations and to the sinister campaign that is run by the BJP. He has not given a clarification for the statement
I
made
will
by
just
Mr. Suresh.
I will just verbatim say what the statement just now quote Mallikarjun Kharge says. If anyone speaks about breaking the country, we will never tolerate it, irrespective of whichever party they belong to.
Yes. So
Mallikarjun
who is
Kharge
he
will
referring to?
himself say that
Who is he
from
referring to?
Kanyakumari to Kashmir, we are one and we will be one.
Yes. Do you not believe in that? I certainly believe in that.
So,
What is the issue in that?
so
Who
why
is he
is it so
clarifying?
difficult for you to accept that your leader, your member of the parliament has spoken this in the house?
No, ma'am, he has not spoken this in the house. Firstly, if you want, you can remove the transcript. He has not spoken this in the house. He has not made such a statement. When someone doesn't understand the language, I urge the person to get a
I can't
proper
believe you are going to
translator.
hide under the garb of language over here at this point in time
No,
to
ma'am,
justify your leader.
he made the statement in Kannada. Somebody has to translate it. I urge you to get a proper translator to actually translate on what he said. He has never demanded a separate nation for the south of India.
Let's maybe
He has demanded.
Malvika Avinash, she is BJP leader joining me on the telecast. Malvika, quickly a response from you first. I don't know. Would you like to respond to what Samrudh Hegde has said, particularly with regards to this problem of quote unquote translation from Kannada to English or Kannada to Hindi?
Good evening and namaste. I think the first thing that Samrudh Hegde needs to tell us, all those who are listening, is whether he is a spokesperson for Mr. DK Suresh or for the Congress party. If he is a spokesperson for Mr. DK Suresh, he is welcome to justify his comment, quoting the fact that, Kannada has been mistranslated and so on and so forth. If he is indeed a spokesperson for the Congress party, then isn't it only right that he agrees with his own national president, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who has come out in the open and explained what has happened, and who has distanced himself from the comment that DK Suresh has made? So I think first and foremost, the Congress spokesperson needs to tell us who he is speaking for, whether it is for Mr. DK Suresh, the person, the MP, who has in the most brazen manner spoken of separatism, of a separate country, and so on and so forth. If he has anguish to express over allocation of funds, there are other means to do it, not calling for separation. If Mr. Samrudh Hegde is indeed speaking on behalf of the Congress party, then I suggest that he agrees with Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who has clarified the same. However, what I demand on behalf of the BJP, or what the BJP's demand, is that Mr. DK Suresh tender an apology in Parliament. The Parliament is in session. He has spoken out of turn and he has spoken what amounts to treason. Therefore, it's best that he apologizes in Parliament, takes back his words, and discusses funds allocation, as he is welcome to and he is eligible to as an MP.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good point. That's a fair point. And I hope Samrudh Hegde agrees with it. Unfortunately, if we are going to have a discussion on, because there was an issue of translation, which is like, you know, a fallback strategy of a number of politicians, that, oh, I was misquoted. Oh, I was speaking in this language and it could not be translated correctly in that other language. And that's wrong.
Let me just add one more thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Siddaramaiah, who happens to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka, also has distanced himself from this statement.
Okay.
So I think Samrudh really needs to think who he's speaking for and explain to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Quickly
Can I
getting in,
give my
Syed.
reply?
I'll come back to you, Samrudh. Syed Abbas, also on the telecast with me, said your views of the situation. I'll come back to the Hindu-Muslim, beg your pardon, the South-North divide that at this point of time is clearly visible, and unfortunately so. But the comment that has been made by the Congress leader, it is good that the Congress and Mallikarjun Kharge have distanced themselves from this comment. I would also want, you know, the other big leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, to come out and distance themselves from the statement. Why have they not come out and made a statement regarding this?
Meghaji, I've always believed with great power comes great responsibility. Well, I have read myself extensively on this subject, including Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge's event, also his own brother DK Shivkumar's comment, and our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Siddaramaiah ji's event. The fact of the matter is, let us understand what he said and why he said. Mr. DK Suresh mentioned about 5,200 crore allocated budget for education of the state of Karnataka by the center, but not a single rupee has come. Second point he made was 4 lakh crore is a tax paid by the state government to the central government, but the devolution system is such that the South Indian states are not able to utilize as much as they are able to pay comparatively to a Bihar. We need to understand what is the core crux of what Mr. DK Suresh is trying to put across. The fact of the matter, yes, I completely agree. He should have been more careful with his words. He has indeed stepped out of line with his context of, the separate nation part. I don't see a demand coming there, but it is a genuine question which is being raised that are we a separate nation or are we looking at a unitized form of India?
Fair enough. That's a fair point, and I will give it to you, and I will not argue it. My only question being that the choice of words that he has made, when he says that there will be a need to make a separate state of South Indians, that's wrong. And I think the Congress and when all the leaders of the Congress party have accepted it, distanced themselves and condemned the statement, then Samrudh Hegde, you being the Congress spokesperson,
Meghaji,
are not being able to accept
point,
it.
please?
I don't understand. I'll say if we do not condemn it today, then in the coming days a necessity will arise to put forth a proposal for a separate nation for the South, is what DK Suresh has said.
Point, Meghaji. I'll quickly complete my point. After his statement, what did the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri DK Shivkumar ji, say? His own brother. He said that DK Suresh has merely stated the people's view and opinion. The people of Karnataka, what they believe.
The people of Karnataka do not want a separate country. I am sorry. No, sir.
Hear me out completely.
No, you want to. This is your opinion. Fair enough. No, if it's your opinion, I will listen. Do not speak for the people. The people will speak for themselves.
Ma'am, allow me to
No, I'm sorry.
I
cannot permit this.
Ask her to give my point.
No, absolutely. Syed Abbas, obviously, you can say this is the opinion of DK Suresh. This could be an opinion of Samrudh Hegde.
Not the people of
this
Karnataka.
Could be an opinion
Do not
of
the people of Karnataka.
But how can you paint the picture and say that all the people from Karnataka or all the people from Tamil Nadu or Kerala or Andhra Pradesh or Telangana feel the same thing? Like that's something preposterous. I mean, I don't know how you're going to be able to assess
Please
this.
do not attribute separatism to all South Indians. Do not attribute separatism.
Malvika,
do not attribute separatism. Please take back what you said. Please take back what you said. Don't attribute your leader's words to the people.
Can I please get my time, Meghaji? This is...
No, I'm sorry. I will not permit this.
You're not, firstly,
Can I come
Malvika ji,
in?
you're not the anchor or the producer of the show.
Okay.
To comment
No, I
this. This is
asked
not
the
your
anchor.
channel.
I will just quickly,
allow me to
Malvika,
complete my
hold your
points,
thought.
ma'am.
Hold your thought. Syed Abbas, I'll ask you to be more careful in making these sweeping statements. But I agree
Okay.
with you that
Allow
if
me
there
to
is a
make my
point that
point.
has
This is
been
not
made
fair,
by
Megha.
DK Suresh
Megha,
that there are
hear me
certain
out completely.
corpus that is given to the
Hear
South
me
Indian
completely.
states, but it is not reaching them, that's a fair
Now allow
point.
me
Go
to
ahead.
make my
Yes,
point,
yes,
ma'am.
I'm giving you the platform. Please go ahead. What's your point?
Okay. Firstly, I think the BJP spokesperson has jumped the gun. Hear me completely. The point I'm making here, ma'am. All I'm saying is this is a statement of DK Shivkumar. This is what DK Shivkumar thinks. This is what DK Shivkumar stated. This is not Syed Asad Abbas. DK Shivkumar could be right or wrong with his statement. But you're
Okay.
intervening without hearing. What is DK Shivkumar saying? As a
Okay,
matter
fair
of fact,
enough,
DK
fair
Shivkumar
enough. Okay,
himself
okay, fair
does not
enough.
agree with the statement. Now, hear me out, ma'am, please. What did DK Shivkumar say? This is Akhand Bharat. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we are one and not a separate nation. What I'm trying to say is, without you intervening in between, that DK Shivkumar himself has not agreed with his brother. Sidramaya has said, in a federal state system, you can ask for what you require, but you cannot ask for a separate nation. Verbatim, this is Sidramaya, who has said you cannot ask for a separate nation
Right.
in a federal system. DK Shivkumar also says that you cannot ask for entire separate nation. Meghaji, I think it's absolutely unfair that the BJP spokesperson jumps upon me without even hearing my point.
Okay,
Whereas I'm
okay,
against this
and
point,
Syed
where I
Abbas,
favor
okay,
your point.
okay, I've given you the platform,
It's not
but I
fair
would like,
intervening
you know, now
when a
that
person
we
is
have
making a point,
established,
you jump the
we
ship
have been
half
able
the
to
way.
establish that yes, this comment was out of line. This also
Of course
then
it
amounts
was.
to treason. This is also then attacking the sovereignty of the country and a separatist statement, a secessionist statement being made by this particular individual from the Congress. But Syed Abbas, let's move on to the conversation. And you were talking about how there are these state exchequer and the funds that are being allocated for a particular state, whether it is Karnataka or Tamil Nadu and so on and forth. And if there are grievances, if the state governments feel that the funds are not being trickling into their state exchequer, then action can be taken, a discussion be had, an argument be put forth, put in the statistics, put in the figures and prove this in the house or have discussions with the central government and come to a solution.
Can I come in, please?
Yes, Samrudh, yes.
Megha, the actual issue at hand, as Syed has stated, is why this stepmotherly treatment towards the south of India? Why are the hardworking people of Karnataka made to toil on a daily basis, whose resources are used, and then they who contribute the second largest amount of GST in the entire nation, and they have reduced our share, which is rightly due to us. Out of 100 rupees that Karnataka contributes to the union, we are getting back only 13.9 rupees, while UP gets 333 rupees. From the 14th Finance Commission to the 15th Finance
Out of 100,
Commission.
they get 300, is it? Wow.
Yes. Ma'am, they take our money. They take our money. For what?
300 out of 100?
Yes.
How do you take 300 out of 100?
Ma'am, please learn some economics. Out of 100
300 out of 100 is arithmetic, yeah, not
Ma'am,
economics.
Ma'am, if 100 rupees, the contribution of UP for every 100 rupees, they receive 300 rupees back from the union government. From where do they get?
You said 300 out of 100. Anyway,
Yes.
let me, you want me to state the facts on
Malvika, let
budget
him complete
allocation?
his point.
So
Let him
silly.
complete his point. Samrudh, go ahead. Yes.
Out
No,
of
don't get
every 100
personal
rupees
here.
that UP
Don't get personal
contributes
here.
to
You are
the
very
union
smart.
budget.
Please tell me who you are
Out of-
speaking for.
out
Whether
of
it is for
100
Mr. DK Suresh or
Ma'am.
for the Congress
No,
party.
no,
Decide.
no.
Why don't you decide?
Malvika, let Samrudh complete his point. I'll come to you.
No,
Yes.
he still hasn't told us who he is speaking for.
Out of 100 rupees contributed by UP, they receive 300 rupees. That means they receive from the other states. We are receiving 13.9 rupees from the 14th Finance Commission to the 15th Finance Commission. Our percentage of share has fallen down from 4.7% to 3.6%. Why? Is it because we have thrown out the BJP for their politics?
Okay.
Is this the stepmotherly treatment?
Okay.
Why is this
Malvika,
betrayal?
would you like to respond to this?
He still hasn't responded to the
No, I
fundamental
don't want to.
question.
Malvika, I don't want to go back. Malvika, I don't want to go back to that discussion.
Let me
There's a
clarify.
statement,
Let me give a
there's a
clarification.
clarification that has been made. We have been able to come to a conclusion over
Ma'am,
here.
let me
I want
clarify.
to
Let me clarify.
respectfully
Please, just
move
give me
on
30
to the
seconds.
second part of
No,
the
I
debate,
need to-
which
I
is
need
a
to
more
clarify.
constructive debate, which makes
Can
sense.
I please clarify just 30 seconds? I need to clarify this.
Yeah, what?
Mr. DK Suresh, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Siddaramaiah, Mr. DK Sukumar are all on the same page. The entire Congress is on the same page.
Samrudh, I don't
That we unite for India, we will fight for the unity of India and sovereignty and integrity of India.
We have
So I
already
am speaking for
spent
the entire
15
Indian
minutes
National Congress
of our
and
debate
not for any
time
single
out of
MP.
25 minutes discussing the same thing. I want to move on from this. There is no reasoning with you on that matter. So I'll come to Malvika Avinash. Malvika, responding to Samrudh about what is the allocation of funds from the central government to various states of our country, and the comparison that Samrudh has drawn between Uttar Pradesh and South Indian states, whether it's Tamil Nadu or whether it is Karnataka, that's the point that has been made. So how do we resolve the situation? Why is such a discrepancy witnessed in the first place?
First and foremost, one needs to understand how a federal government works and how a country like India, which has disparities, works. I will give you the example of Karnataka itself. Bengaluru contributes the highest revenue to the exchequer. However, do all funds get devolved upon Bengaluru itself? Does the rest of Karnataka not get anything? Simply because Bengaluru contributes the most? This is a nation that needs to grow as a nation, not as separate states. So yes, some states which do better than the others help the others thrive better. So this is the fundamental principle. And this principle has been in existence since 1947. So for Mr. Samrudh Hegde to come up and speak about it as if it has come out of nowhere or as if the BJP has invented it.
Ma'am. It's the percentage. Why is
May I
Gujarat
speak?
percentage?
I would like to
Is
Gujarat not doing well?
Samrudh,
Is
please,
Gujarat not doing well? Why is the percentage of Gujarat increased?
Let me have a word here. This is also, during the interim budget that was announced, Nirmala Sitharaman very prudently said
let me give out some figures also.
There are changing demographics in our country. So if a state like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and Madhya Pradesh have large percentage of the population versus Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they will have to be
It's about the percentage of share.
There will have to be changes that will have to be made. There will have to be
you want to know what
modifications that
Karnataka
have
has
to be
gone in
made
10
as
years?
well.
It's about the percentage of share, ma'am.
Shall I give you the figures?
Yes, please. It's about the percentage.
Shall I give you the figures?
Yes, please.
For Karnataka? Yes. 2004 to 2014, 10 years of UPA. Yes. Grants in aid that Karnataka received, 60,000 crores. 2014 to 2000. Yes.
Not share from union budget. There's a difference.
No, hang on. I'll talk about the tax devolution also.
Okay.
No, you're the smartest, I agree. But there are other people who also know their numbers. You're the world's smartest person. That's why KPCC.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll take that crown proudly.
Yeah. Please have it. Except you don't know who you're speaking for, whether you're speaking for your MP or your party. Yes, the grants in aid that Karnataka has received in 10 years during the NDA or the Modi government is 2.36 lakh crores. That is an increase of 243%. Now let's come to the tax devolution that you have been hyperventilating about for so long. 10 years of UPA, tax devolution has been 81,000 crores. 10 years of Modi Sarkar, tax devolution is 2.82 lakh crores, an increase of 246%. Yes, my friend, this is the tax devolution. These are the grants in aid. So for you and Mr. Siddaramaiah and your entire party to sit and make all these fake allegations against the central government and to cry over what does not exist is extremely unfortunate. And I urge you to urge your MP to take back what he said, the separatist statement he said. None of this makes that go away. The separatist mindset of the Congress party, he has sworn on the constitution of this country that he will not do anything breaching its sovereignty. And yesterday he has said it in so many words. So I think he, in the least, should tender an apology first. Then he can have all these.
Okay, fair enough. Point made by Malvika Avinash. I have with me Arakere Jairam. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. And at this point, I would like to, take the larger picture of talking about politics of development, bringing together the entire nation, whether it is north or south or east or west, and then playing the politics of divisiveness. How do we at this point of time as voters, as citizens of our country view the situation, particularly when there is an election that is on the anvil, when there are politicians who are playing petty games to get the people's vote, whether it is talking about Hindu-Muslim divide, polarization, or you talking about north-side divide, again polarization?
The only significant point is a congressman is talking of secession. I think this should not be overplayed. I think he has made a stray comment out of some angst. And otherwise, I don't rate this particular MP, Mr. DK Suresh, as an intellectual. He is just another one of the many MPs elected from Karnataka. So not much importance need be associated with this statement of secession. I don't think he himself believes in what he has said. And that being, I don't know, I mean, there must be on the annual an anti-secession law in this country. If he persists in this type of talk, I think we should invoke that law and take action against him.
Okay.
That was, background for this. We have been having a hearing of secession demands in Punjab, Kashmir, Northeast for so long. We have lived with that demand. The only significant point is that Congressman is voicing this demand. Just when this party...
Okay, fair enough, sir. Say the bars quickly before I wrap up this discussion. Like I said, a larger picture drawn over here, and I've come and I've mentioned these statements that have been made by a number of Congress leaders. There have been the DMK leaders who've said, further widening the north-south divide by the statements that they make. Is there a need? I mean, why is it there need to play the politics of divisiveness? Why can't politics of development be played, which is going to be constructive for nation building as well, and then put a good impression in the minds of the people, in the minds of the voters, that yes, the political party that is contending for the position of becoming the government of India is actually wanting India to come together, to be united, and not fragmented when it comes to power.
I completely agree with you. The same reason why Allama Iqbal very beautifully articulated, "Sare jahan se acha Hindustan hamara, hum bulbule hain iske ye gulsata hamara." Absolutely, I completely agree with you on the front that there needs to be politics of development, for which it needs an political intent and will. That is the way forward. As a matter of fact, we need to understand, I completely agree with DK Shivkumar's one point, which he says, we are indeed Akhand Bharat. Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we come across as one beautiful nation. There are no two ways about it. Merely in the statements made, DK Suresh has brought out certain sentiments of the people of Karnataka, where we certainly deserves much better education budget and overall devolution system needs to be come through. Also, we need to understand that the BJP spokesperson made a very flawed argument. She said that, okay, state exchequer looking at Bangalore gives so much but does not. As a matter of fact, ma'am, you need to check through Bangalore. The dividend given by the union government is much higher than what Bangalore even receives due to its roads, infrastructure, facilities, the BBMP budget if you look across. So therefore, that's a flawed statement. Here we need to understand the Bharatiya Janata Party has miserably lost the elections. So therefore, they want to come into the figure of play into anything and everything. Polarization is not going to help the land of Karnataka because we are the land of Baswana and Kuempu, where we speak of unity, development, and the best to come ahead.
That's right.
So therefore, the road ahead is South India, North India as one.
Polarization will not work. Dividing the people on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, and now on the basis of region is unfortunate. It's petty, and it showcases the desperation of the politicians who are stooping to these levels to win the election.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.